Hello, my dear YouTube friends. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. Please let me know down in the comment section how you're doing. So, today is Tuesday. It is a Wip Chat day, for me at least. I don't know what day you're watching this, but it is Tuesday for me, and this video will go up after I'm done with it. So, if you don't know what a Wip Chat is, WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress, and chat, well, that means I'm gonna chat your ears off for a while. So, yeah, that is what we're gonna do. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. There is a subscribe button just down there, and next to it, you'll find a little bell. If you ding that and choose all, you'll be notified whenever I put up a new video. And I hope you'll consider doing so. If you're back, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you all know how much I appreciate you all. I think I've said this many times, but you're my friends, and I love you all. And yeah. So I don't know if you've done a whip and chat before. If you have, you know it's basically just me working on my whip, my diamond painting. Sorry, my voice is weird right now. But you can do whatever you want to. You can work alongside me on a craft project, whether that be a diamond painting, you can knit, you can crochet, you can, do adult coloring. Darn it, words are hard today apparently. Or you can, take a walk, you can drive somewhere, you can do grocery shopping, you can clean. Basically, you can do anything you want. I'm just gonna talk in my end. So, let's very quickly talk about everything I have here. So this diamond painting is Secret Garden from Diamond Art Club. The artist is Josephine Wall. The diamond painting is discontinued. So that means the Diamond Art Club no longer carries this canvas since the copyright agreement they had with Josephine Wall ran out last year, I think. But this was a present from the wonderful Berta. Yeah. And I have my Art De Nicole trays. These are my go-to right now. I do have other trays as well, but right now, I don't know. I prefer these. So this is, I have no idea what the color is called. I just like them. They are purplish, pinkish, all the colors that I love. So this is the mini one. This is the tiny one. Look, it is so small. I use this, if I have a lot of confetti. Confetti is where you have a lot of color changes in a small area on a canvas. If you have color blocking, there you have a bigger section that is all the same color. So you don't have to remove the drills from your canvas that often. I mean, you do see a little color blocking up here, and otherwise it is mostly line blocking. So, yeah. But I'm using the Art De Nicole trays. Then I, I have a bunch of diamond painting pens right here. I use them, sometimes I'm using one of them and then I'm just trading them out. These two here are from the Danish company called Norse Alchemist. I love them. They're beautiful and they are amazing. And I'm just throwing everything here. Yeah, I love them. And both color tones is amazing to me. In this one I have the regular brass tip, and then I have a metallic 5-placer down here. In this 5-placer, I have my own homemade putty, and I think this is gingerbread. I don't know. I have 4 different scents right now. And up here I have Patty Wax Super Sticky. In this one, this is a 4-placer. I have my own putty again, And up here I have a cat-eared metallic one-placer, and I have glue dots in it. And we're going to talk about these glue dots in just a minute. The other two diamond painting pens are from SesPlusBeauxAtours. They are a French company and make beautiful pens as well. So see how different they are? But I still love them. Here we have again a cat-eared single placer with glue dots in it. We have a plastic thin multi-placer again with my own wax putty in it. And here we have a brass tip with the regular white red wax that comes with the diamond painting. I use this for my ABs if I can't use my tweezers. And up here again we have a four placer with some of my putty in it. For my drills, I use my Elizabeth Ward or fake Elizabeth Ward containers. I love using these. And as you can see, this is an older kit. So I do have quite a lot of the darker colors as trash. And I am very picky. So that might be the issue. Because I want my drills to be snug. And yeah. What else? What else? I have my pink tweezers from Diamond Art Club. These aren't very pointy, which is, I like that. I mean, I can't wait to get a pair of tweezers that are very pointy. I have another pair of tweezers. These are from a kit from AliExpress, and those are quite pointy. So I stabbed myself with those last week. That is my first stabbing accident. So yeah, that is basically everything I have right here. So yeah, let's get into it. Hold on a second. I just needed to grab something. So I said just a second ago that we needed to talk about glue dots. Here you have 2 packs of glue dots. They are the micro glue dots. This package I got from Berta. Again, wonderful Berta. She's so good to me. So these are the ones that I got from Berta. These are the ones that I found in a Danish web store just before they ran out. I haven't seen them since. The funny part is, with these Danish bought glue dots, I only need one to fill up my single placer. With these American bought glue dots, I needed 4. Yeah. And I'm like, I have seen in so many Facebook groups that people are telling other people, oh, I needed to use 4 or 5 to fill up my single placer. And every time I have been, why do you need that many? I only need 1. Well, apparently, even though they're micro dots, they are not the same size. Isn't that weird? Then I took a look at, Berta also sent me some mini dots because, maybe they switched out somehow that I got the mini dots. Now the mini dots are even bigger. So I'm like, I don't get it. Why are they so much smaller over here? And there's even the same amount in it, 325 and 325. I'm so confused. But I don't know. But it's funny, isn't it? I mean, I have always been wondering, why do you need that many mini glue dots in your single placer? And now I know. So yeah, that was just my wondering question of the day because I was so confused. Next up, I want to show you. Yeah, I know I'm not working yet, but I'm talking, okay? Next up, I want to show you something that I bought off of AliExpress. I love that store. That I'm going to use for, see, the word is gone. Not washi, but, darn it, the thing is with magnets on the back. You know what I mean. It's gone. Oh my God, how can that be gone? Cover minders, there you have it. See, you have another example of my pain brain. But I want to make those into cover minders. And I mean, look at it. You have a little Pikachu. You have Donald Duck. You have Pooh Bear. And you have a minion. They're so cute. And I have a bear. And I have Daisy Duck. And hold on. I'm right-handed, sorry. I have a panda. A pig. I have seen these from Diamond Art Club as well. And a kitty. I need this one, right? And where is it? Here. I have seen this from Diamond Art Club so many times. The elephant. It is so, so adorable. I also, see there you have it. I need to put it in my left hand. You also have a unicorn. I mean, they're so, so adorable. I don't know if this one is supposed to be Mickey. If it is, it isn't very, it doesn't really look like it. It's just a bear somehow. But I saw these, someone shared a picture of some of the cover minders they had. And I watched, you know, the Pooh Bear and the Minion and everything. And I was like, sorry, I just bumped you. Where did this person get all of these? And then I searched for Minion resin flatback, and I got a picture. So I went to AliExpress and I searched that picture, and voila, all of these showed up, and I bought them. So now I can make cover minders just because I love them. So if you see a picture of a cover minder you like, and you think, I wonder, can this be bought off of AliExpress or Wish, or you have the Timo now in America. We don't have that one over here. Or eBay. Just, you can search out of pictures. You just plop that in, and who knows? Maybe you can find it. I don't know. So where did my darn tweezer go? Right now, I mean, not right now, but as it is right now, or at the moment, I don't know, I prefer using tweezers for placing my drills. Not all of them, and it can change within 5 minutes, really. I do, there you go, I'm ruining everything. I do mostly use them when I only have a few to put in, but sometimes I just, put in more at a time. So, yeah. And I make my own little system. It doesn't make sense at all. But yeah. So again, how are you doing? I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh my God, what's going on here? Right now, the kitties is outside in the catio or enclosure, whatever you want to call it. David and I just filmed an unboxing of the new cat houses that we bought. I think I talked about them last week, that they had arrived and that I would film a video when we were unboxing them. And we had to do that over a few days because David had to go to work. So, yeah. But I just got to film the last of it a little earlier today. And I hope to get that one in tomorrow, because I'm not putting in 2 videos in one day. you know, YouTube tells us that it isn't a good thing to put in longer videos, more of them in one day. So I'm going to listen to YouTube. So that cat video will go out tomorrow, which I hope is okay. I mean, then you have something to look forward to. But I can warn you that in this video, you're going to hear me say that one of those houses smells awful. Oh my God, you have to wait to see that, because I told David he should be happy that he can't smell that much, because that was disgusting. But you will see more about that in the video that I put out tomorrow. That was just a little teaser for you all. It's so, oh my God. I am sitting by the window in my craft room, and sometimes I have to do it like this, because when the sun is still out, I can't see my canvas, and it's driving me nuts. So, and it is only up here it's an issue. So, yeah, it is kind of weird. I don't know why. I do know why, but I don't want to film my videos late, because then I have another issue with glare and everything being dark. So for some reason I can't win. But anyway, you just have to live with my hand being up here. Oh, what happened otherwise this past week? Well, if you were at my live this Sunday, I told you that Rosa and I had our recital, the word that I couldn't remember last Tuesday. We had our recital for her gymnastics on Wednesday, which was a lot of fun, and Rosa enjoyed showing her mommy and daddy, and then her maternal grandmom, all that we learned that year. Well, not all of it, but, you know, a little of it. My mom and dad couldn't be there because my mom she had something to do, and my dad can't drive the car on his own since he had that brain tumor removed in August of last year. He isn't very happy about it, but the doctor said no, and then that's it. He was angry. I was told that he was yelling at the doctor, but that doesn't change anything. He is not allowed to drive a car. And I mean, it's my brother texted me the day before, I think, asking if I would drive him and Rosa's mom and grandma home after the recital. And I was like, I can't fit that many people in the car. And none of them are, you know, small. I mean, I'm not small. I'm not petite in any way. But I would be one of the smallest of us, which is just what it is. So I told him, you know, I can take you and Rosa and maybe, you know, Rosa's mom, but I can't have all three of you in the car. I mean, Rosa's car seat, it takes up a lot of place, a lot of space in the car, and I don't have a big car. It's just a regular car, you know, where you can have three people in the back seat if they are squeezing in together. So, and apparently none of them wanted to leave the other, so they all took the bus to the little town that Rosa and I are doing gymnastics. That is just the village the next village over. So yeah, and the recital started at 5 p.m. and they had to take the last bus at 6. And we weren't really quite done by that time. I think we were done at 6 or 10. So they had asked, when do you think you're done? Because then we could bring her home in the bus. And I was like, I'm not really sure if we'll be done by then. I'm sorry, this is so slow. Usually I'm bent over the canvas, and I can't really do that right now. But anyway, they took the bus, and after our recital, which was the first one, I took Rosa over so that she could, sit with her parents until we needed to go back on the floor, which was about, I don't know, half an hour or so, because there were only four groups of kids. Because this is a small village, there aren't really a lot of groups of children. So yeah, they got to see, what the next team that Rosa is going to join, hopefully in the autumn. We're gonna try it out and see if she is mature enough for that team. Otherwise, we just go back to the team that we've been on now, which is they call it, parent-child team, but these years that I have been on it with Rosa, it's just been adult child. We've called it that ourselves, because I am not a mom and I'm not a dad, but I am Rosa's auntie. So yeah, we waved goodbye to mom and dad, and Rosa wasn't quite happy about that. But I told her, we need to be here for the last part of it, and we need to have our pictures taken. And then I told her then we will go straight home to mommy and daddy, where, well, we're going home to dad, where mommy and grandma will be as well, and then you will all eat together. I am so impressed by my brother, and which now is his ex-girlfriend. They live quite close to each other, and they co-parent amazingly. Rosa's mom comes by every now and then, several times a week, I think, to spend time with Rosa at my brother's house, just so that she has all her stuff there, and this is what she knows. And yeah, and she's as happy as can be, Rosa. I mean, she knows that mommy doesn't live there anymore, but she also sees that mommy and daddy are friends, that they talk politely with each other, and they can be in the same room together. They do stuff together. Just the other day, I saw on Facebook that they went to a town about 30 kilometers away. They took the train and the bus to a mall that had a dinosaur, what would you call that? Expo somehow, where you can come and see a lot of different dinosaurs that would move a little, and you can take pictures with these dinosaurs. And Rosa loves dinosaurs. And when I saw those pictures, I was like, oh my God, I know why Rosa loves dinosaurs. Because on the day that my brother and Rosa's mom, I won't say her name because I don't know if that is okay. But on the day that I drove them to the hospital to so that we could know whether it was a boy or girl hiding in there, and we were told that it was Rosa in there, we went to that same mall that had the same expo. So, we were seeing the dinosaurs and talking about the dinosaurs, and it was like, oh my God, that is, well, it isn't just because, but I was kidding a little, said that is why Rosa loved dinosaurs, because oh my God. And it is also because her mom loved dinosaurs as well, but it was just, oh my God. So anyway, back to the recital. Mommy, Daddy, and Grandma left, and we stayed and took pictures and everything. And then we got dressed to our normal clothes, and then we were ready to go back home to Daddy. So we came out to the entrance, and they were giving some of the balloons away that had been in on the floor. And Rosa got a balloon, and I told her, keep, you have to hold it very, very tight because it's windy outside and you don't want to lose it. And she told me, no, I'm holding tightly. We walked outside, and Rosa let go of the balloon and immediately had a mini tantrum that he wanted the balloon and I needed to fetch it. I then told some of the other parents, please keep an eye on her, I will be right back. Where I was chasing the balloon out of the parking lot, and it just, it was just out of reach the entire time. And I chased it and I almost got it when I came to a car where one of the persons in the car didn't see me and opened the door right out into me. And this, I'm just happy that it didn't drive into me, But I fell and I hurt my left leg, and my leggings tore different places and everything hurt. And I was like, I got the balloon, went back to Rosa. I kept the balloon in my hand, and we went to the car. And the persons in the car that opened the door was like, "Are you okay?" And I didn't want to show Rosa that I wasn't okay. I was hurting, and I had scrapes on my legs, and I needed to go home and rinse those. But anyway, I took Rosa to the car. We drove home to Daddy, and I was like jokingly said, well, Rosa is owing me a pair of leggings. And I showed them the leggings and told them what happened while Rosa was in another room playing. And they were like, oh my God, what? And I, told them I needed to go home and, to look at those scrapings on my leg. And I have pictures of my leg. I don't know, maybe I'll put them in here. And then over the next days, I was like, oh my God, everything hurts. My arm hurts, where the door hit me, and my other leg was hurting. And I talked to David about it. I sent the pictures to him as well, and he was like, well, it's just, the surprise and the fall. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, I was sore. I am still sore, let me tell you. Um, and then, I've been looking at my legs and my arms, to do I get any more bruises or not? And then yesterday, I was at the office, as better say. Oh my God, I can just see how badly these are placed just because I'm doing this differently. I have the camera over here, and usually I have it over here, so I have to work in another way that I usually do. Anyway, so I'm filled up with bruises, and you know, I'm the funny thing is I'm used to pain, right? I have this oh my God, even the word is gone here. I have my Klippel-Feil syndrome, and that leaves me in pain all the time. Degenerative. That's the word I forgot. Sorry. And so my pain keeps getting worse and worse, right? So I'm used to being in pain, but this is a different pain. So it's just hurting me. And I talked to David about it, and like I feel like a big baby because a few bruises and scrapes is making me whine. Not whining, but this is hurting. And he was like, yeah, you're used to another sort of pain. And like, I know, I just feel silly, I feel like a child. But yeah, it'll go away and the pain will subside. I'm just like, it has been almost a week. Please stop. But yeah. So that happened. So that was an ordeal. And I'm just happy that, it was just an open door and not, they ran me over. So yeah. That was, oh my God, and I got scared just because, oh my God, what if they had ran me over? What would have happened to Rosa because, mommy and daddy were gone? And so next time I'm just gonna let that darn balloon fly away and go in and get a new one for her. But she was like, I don't want a new balloon. I'm like, yeah, well, next time you don't get a choice because I remember this. So, yeah. She is 2 years old. I mean, see, what is going on with my glue dot here? Maybe I need to change it soon. Maybe I should try using the glue dot in this one, the American glue dots. And it's so silly. I need to call them the American glue dots because they're so different. I did not expect that. I was like, I wonder why they have to stuff in that four, sorry, paint brain, 4 or 5 glue dots when I only have to use one. But it makes sense now. The funny thing is, sorry, these glue dots that I have from a British store called Crafty, they are the same size, and these are, micro glue dots as well, 3 millimeters as the other one. They are the same size as the ones that I bought here in Denmark. So I'm wondering, maybe the American glue dots is too small because you work in inches, because they are both supposed to be 1/8 of an inch. So maybe it's just because that when you translate the inches to centimeters or millimeters, something is wrong. I don't know. And really, it doesn't matter. I'm just, why? I don't get it. But yeah, it's okay. Oh my God, I can't with how poorly I am placing these drills. Why? I feel like finding a magnifying glass and help myself because this is bad. I feel like a newbie. Anyway, I have never, not even in my first square diamond painting, I have been that much off. Maybe it's because I have the camera in a wrong angle. Anyway, I will be spending some time afterwards making this okay again, because this is an older canvas. The drill field isn't as tight as the newer ones, so some of the gaps will be, and I will be able to see them. So I need to straighten them up. Yeah, that is okay. It isn't a big deal. It's just that I'm in painting, right? And to be honest with you, I don't really hang my diamond paintings. I have been, I'm considering asking the senior home where my mother-in-law moved in yesterday. Ask them if they want this diamond painting to hang on their walls, because it isn't modern and funky. This might be something that they want to hang. So I'm gonna ask them. I'm not gonna say you need to take this. I'm not gonna do that. But I can ask them. Otherwise, I'll roll it up, put it in a box, and put it on Facebook asking, does anybody want this diamond painting? I am done with it. It is beautiful. I love it, but I'm not gonna hang it. I have a few diamond paintings that I'm going to do where David is saying, you know, I want this on the wall. So, yeah. I have, sorry, I'm bumping you all over here. I have shown him some of the things that other people are doing where they have one of these drape hangers and then they put little ring hangers on the diamond painting and then they clip it to the drape hanger. And I showed him that. I was like, this is a way to do it, because we have been talking about, you know, how would we be hanging these diamond paintings on our wall. So that is something that we're talking about, doing it like that. Just to, I'm sorry, my camera is pretty low. And again, I have it on the wrong side, and I'm right-handed, so I did consider, you know, opening a new section on the other side of the canvas just to make it easier on myself, but I don't work like that, okay? I have to finish what I've started, and yeah. So you're just gonna, and I just have to work with what we got today, which is okay. I mean, we don't have that much of a time left. So yeah, what else? This weekend I have hardly been seeing David. He and his siblings have been hard on work on decorating my mother-in-law's new apartment at the senior center. Calling it an apartment is sort of a stretch. It is, sorry, it is basically one big room, and yeah, they have been putting some of her older stuffs in there, and then they have bought some new furniture, you know, to make it less crowded, you know, been buying a smaller table and other things. And then they moved her yesterday. And when she entered the room, she was like, oh, I like this, and oh, this is my blah blah blah, and oh, this is new. So I'm sorry, I keep bumping you, and I can't really change it. So yeah, they spent hours with her. At the end, I was like, I had to write to David. I'm like, do you know when you're counting on being home? Because it is getting kind of late, you know, late afternoon. And I was like, I haven't seen you all weekend. I mean, this was Monday. Monday is a half holiday here in Denmark. So he had the day off because, you know, he works nights and afternoons usually. So yeah, they finished off in the early morning, and then they drove to get her from the center where she's been living for the past 2 months. So yeah. So yesterday he was home at, I don't know, around 7 p.m. I think. Yeah, around that time. And so we had some dinner together, and he was tired, very tired, because he had to change the rhythm that we usually have, you know, get up at around 10 and go to bed at around 3 a.m. And this weekend he had to get up at, I don't know, 7:30 or something in the morning. around that time anyway. Sorry, I bumped you again. So he had to change his entire rhythm for just 3 days, which is, I don't know if you've ever done that just for a few days, and it's tough on the body, and it will take him a few days, even though I just bumped you real hard. I'm sorry. It will take him a few days to get back to the normal rhythm again. But yeah. Thank God he has his holiday, his vacation starting on Friday, so he can get some rest next week. He also has his birthday on Saturday, so I have to go shop to buy groceries in the next few days so that I can bake the usual cake for his co-workers. David has been at that oiling company since 2020, and his first birthday there was in 2021, and I baked a carrot cake, an American carrot cake. That is an American recipe that I got years ago. And all the co-workers was like, oh my God, you have to bring that cake every year. In the beginning, they were like, you have to bring that cake every time you celebrate something or every time you go on holiday, vacation or whatever. And I was like, I'm not doing that cake for them every time you do something. So I told them, this is going to be a birthday cake. So they have been last year around his birthday, they were like, we can't wait for you to bring that delicious carrot cake. And it is, I mean, I'm happy to hear that they like my baking. So, yeah, I have to bake that in the next, well, I think I have to bake it Thursday. I just need to buy the few ingredients that I don't already have, like fresh carrots and stuff like that. I don't know how much flour I have left. I need to check up on that. But I still have a few days, right? So yeah, and I'm gonna put in, I have to ask David if he know if any of them has some nut allergies, because I want to put in some nuts. Last year I put in chocolate, and this year I wanna do chocolate and some nuts. But I don't know, maybe I should just stay away from the nuts and do that in a cake that I'm doing for ourselves, because I don't want to kill any of his co-workers. And one of his co-workers are like, I was teasing him. Did I tell that last week? That one of the co-workers told David that he needed to lose a few kilos so he couldn't eat as much cake as usual. I mean, at that company, they have cake at least once a week. So yeah, and then, I told David to tell that coworker, oh, if he's on a diet, then I need to make a diet-friendly cake for David's birthday. And I told David, you need to tell him that. I mean, I wanna hear what he's going to say. And David came home with the message, he hates you now. And it's all, good fun and everything. I was like, well, he can't tell me he's on a diet and then tell me that he wants me to make a non-diet cake. But as David said, well, he's also angry that he can't eat the cake because he's on vacation this week. And I'm like, well, then he just has to, go in for work on Friday. I mean, he could just stop by, eat cake, and then go home again. I don't know if they are out of town or something, but I haven't known them to do that before. Just stop by for cake and then go home again. So, I mean, what's the problem? Otherwise, he just has to miss it, you know, and then he have to wait until next year. I Oh, when was that? That was in March. I told you that I made this. It's kind of like a sweet beer. It's not a butter beer, and it's not, you know, you don't have this sort of beer in America, but it is sort of a sweet beer, and you can, a lot of, you know, people, even kids, drink this for Christmas with the rice porridge that I did for Christmas. I did a picture of it on Instagram. I didn't make a video of it. Um, but there's a video of it on Instagram. And even though, I mean, I don't know how many kids who gets it today, but when I was a child and, you know, everything wasn't as, I don't know, sterile, or people were afraid of everything. I don't know how to say that without offending anybody. But you all know that when we were kids, things were different. You know, our moms were drinking and smoking during pregnancy and all the good stuff. So when I was a child, we were, you know, allowed to drink these sweet beers for Christmas when we had the right porridge. As an adult, I have, you know, looked at these bottles, and there is a teeny tiny amount of alcohol in them. So I'm pretty sure that kids today will never be allowed to have them. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe some kids. I mean, it isn't all parents who is overprotective and whatever you want to call it. So anyway, when I have some of these in stock, which I have right now, I will make a beer cake. And last time I made it for my knitting group when they were here in March, and I only had a big bottle, so that gave me. I'm using these smaller cake, aluminum cake thingies, so I got a bunch of them. I got, I don't know, 4 or 5. So I told David to bring one of them to work because we were never going to eat all of those ourselves. And yeah, I don't want it to go to waste. So I told him, you know, bring one of them for work. And then I gave another one for one of our neighbors who also loved this cake. Um, Back then, David came home telling me they want you to make cake every Friday. And I told him, you know, I can't do that. But then your coworkers has to pay me to buy the ingredients because I mean everything is pricey now. So if they want me to bake every week, they have to help me buy the ingredients. And he was like, you know what? I mean, yes, they would do that, but none of them needs cake every week. I was like, no, no, I know that, but just, you know, that is the rule if I'm going to bake every week. I don't know if he ever told them. I think not, because they're getting so much cake already. There is always somebody having a birthday or someone going on vacation or something happening at the company where they get cake. I mean, David told me once that sorry, my voice just broke. That one week they had cake every day. Every day. And some of the days there were even 2 sorts of cakes, you know, from 2 different people. And I'm like, what? Do they not know that, you know, we live in a time where you have to, you know, watch out, be careful of your body. So it isn't a good idea to have cake that often, you know. Maybe bring bread instead, you know, rye bread or white bread or something. That would be better. But no, not with truck drivers. They want their cake. And I'm like, but every day? And I even think it was every day for a week and a half. And I'm like, but can I wouldn't be able to eat that much cake myself. And David was like, yeah, me neither. I mean, I've just been taking, a tiny um spoon, a tiny amount of the cake because I can't eat that much cake, which is big words from a man who grew up in a family with, cake being almost, you can always eat cake. Darn it with these drills. Um, I don't know. This is bugging me. See what happens when you're do something differently than normal? I'm just throwing them all over here. So, and I banged you again. So yeah, that is the whole cake situation at David's work. And I really, really hope that he'll bring back some of that cake because I love carrot cake. And I know I could just make a new one for our vacation, but I don't want to make a big cake just for that. I mean, that's I could. Maybe I could just use, make a half of a cake. But then again, I mean, it isn't healthy. So therefore, I am just hoping that he will bring a little of the cake back home because that way I get some of the cake as well. But we'll see. I think it depends on how many are working that day and, if they have two different fridges down there. And one of them is, I don't know, it seems like some of the co-workers don't really use that. And so sometimes David is putting in cake in that fridge, just, so there will be cake for everybody. Because he have tried, that there has been cake and everybody, or most of the people, have left to do their tour. And then when they came home, that big, big cake, and I mean big, was gone. Because he have seen before that some of his co-workers are bringing, boxes to work, and then they bring home bread or cake for their families. And that is not okay. I mean, yes, you have cake at work or bread or something, but you can't steal it and bring it home. That is actually not what that is for. That is for you to enjoy at work and not something that you should bring home. I was very, very, I don't know, shocked, but I felt like that is not okay. No, you don't do that. That is actually stealing. At least in my world, I mean, the company is buying that bread or cake or whatever, and I and other are making that so that, every colleague can get some of that bread or cake, and then there are some people just stealing it. I was actually angry, and I didn't even, make the cake or bread that week. I was just, that is so not okay. And David felt the same, and I was like, maybe you need, video cameras in that room, without voice or anything, and that they delete it every 24 hours or so, but to keep an eye out. And the funny thing is, everybody knows who it is. They all know who does it. And I'm like, why don't you go to your bosses and tell them? that, this one person is stealing. I mean, I know it isn't like going to the shop and steal, but it is still, not okay. I mean, why, if you want cake, buy it yourself or make it yourself. I mean, baking isn't that hard. And there we had it again. I went down a rabbit hole and felt strongly about something. For some reason that happens quite often, doesn't it? I talk about something and it turns out that I have strong feelings. I don't know. I'm a very righteous person. I expect people to follow the rules. And when they don't, I'm, I don't know, I'm disappointed, you know? I'm always, because I follow the rules and I know I'm not, everybody isn't me. But I'm like, you need in a community where everybody is supposed to, thrive and be there, you need to follow some guidelines so everybody is comfortable and happy. And yeah, and then when some people just doesn't care, it's like, that isn't right. Yeah. Let me know if I'm too much. I probably am. I know I am. When it comes to something like that, I'm quite easily offended because I want, I think differently. What do you think? I would really, really love to know. Do you find it okay to basically steal cake, or let us say appliances, not kitchen, but office appliances? I mean, to take a pencil or something, a pen, that is okay because, I don't know, for some reason a pen is okay, but you can't take a stapler, for instance, right? Because that is more than $1 or something. But what is your opinion on that? Would you, if you go to work, would you steal cake and bread and bring home to your family? Would you do that? I mean, one thing is if you're told, hey, you can bring that home, I'm not going to eat it on my own or something like that, then it's okay. But if you're not told, would you do it? And I'm not going to loudly say that you're a bad person. I'm not going to do that. I'm just curious, people are so different. What would be okay for you to do? I really want to know. So please let me know down in the description box how you feel about it. Am I too much about this? I don't know. Am I a prude, or do I expect too much of other people? I probably do, because I'm a perfectionist, so I know I expect too much of myself, and sometimes I have a tendency to expect the same of everybody else. I know I can't do that, and it isn't right to expect from other people. And I can't expect the same of other people that I expect of myself, because even things that I expect of myself isn't right. I mean, I don't know. Please tell me down in the comment field if I am I a crazy person? I mean, more than everybody is. So yeah, I think that is it, what I have to tell you this week. But keep an eye out. I might have a very, very special unboxing this week. So keep an eye out for that. And then tomorrow there will be a kitty video where we unbox the new cat houses for the enclosure. And I can tell you they love them. So take a look at it. Other than that, I have my unboxing on Friday. I have my fairy tale reading on Saturday and my live on Sunday. So even though David's birthday is on Saturday and I don't know, I'm still going to do all of the things. I mean, recording a fairy tale isn't that hard. And also, Saturday evening, David and I are going out to dinner at a restaurant called Bones. They are serving, uh, ribs and burgers, and everything is basically some sort of what we in Denmark call American food. I know it isn't, but it's American rib. If I can take a picture of my menu, I will. But yeah, that is what we're doing for his birthday. And other than that, I'm I'm done for today, I think. Don't forget to give my video a thumbs up before you leave. And if you aren't already subscribed, please consider so. And if you want to be notified whenever I put up a new video, ding the bell and choose all. And write me a comment down below. Let me know all the things that I've been asking. And that is it for today, people. Bye, everybody. Love you and see you.